Dear friends, we are going to watch the important video on thermoengineering and thermal component called boilers. Boilers play major role in many of the uh, daily needs like power plants, hotels, hospitals, canteens, railways, military services, and many places boilers play a role. So, which is important equipment and the need of the hour and the latest technologies are being carried over the boilers manufacturing. In India, in Tamil Nadu, we have boiler plant at Trichy. Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited is the major manufacturer of boilers. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the different types of boilers, what are the types of boilers, and some examples also we are going to see for each type. Broadly, boilers are classified based on combustion, that is fire tube and water tube, based on pressure, high pressure, low pressure, medium pressure, and based on the transport and based on the position, horizontal, vertical, high pressure, low pressure. So there are different methods to classify the boilers. Here we are going to discuss about fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. So let us get into that. The fire tube boiler and water tube boiler, how it can be classified. Fire tube, if the inside the tube, if the flue gases are passing, that is a fire is passing through the tubes, then it will be termed as a fire tube boiler. Similarly, if water is passing through the tubes, then it will be termed as water tube boilers. So first that we have to understand what is a fire tube and what is water tube. Fire tube boiler, flue gases, that is a hot flue gases, that is fire. Hot flue gases will be flowing through the tube, whereas in the water tube boiler, water, feed water will be passing through the tube. So this is the first definition we got to understand. What is fire tube and what is water tube boiler? Fire tube boilers are internally fired, yes, whereas water tube boilers are external fired. We have the furnace at the bottom of the bank of tubes, and hot flow gases will be surrounding the water tubes. By means of heat transfer, the water inside the tube will get converted into a steam, superheated steam, and superheated steam, and it will finally deliver to steam turbine. Stage by stage, water will be heated to superheated condition. The operating pressure, that is another important parameter to decide the application of the boilers, is operating pressure. Fire tube boilers are low pressure boilers, that is 16 bar, 20 bar alone we can have, whereas water tube boilers we can go up to 200 bar. More than 200 bar high pressure boilers are also there, and finding application, and existing power plants have high pressure boilers. The rate of steam production is lower in the case of fire tube boiler, whereas it is higher in the case of water tube boiler. Fire tube boilers are not suitable for power plants, large power plants. Only small power plants we can have, whereas water tube boilers are majority of power plants are using water tube, high pressure water tube boilers. If you take thermal power plant, North Chennai Thermal Power Plant, or NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, and the Neyveli Thermal Power Corporation, wherever we go, we can find high pressure water tube boilers. But in the case of explosion, if it is explosion is higher in the case of water tube boiler due to high pressure developed inside the tube around 200 bar, whereas low pressure fire tube boiler less than 20 bar, the explosion rate is lower in the case of fire tube boiler. And the fire tube boilers are occupying more space, floor area for the given power generation, whereas water boilers are occupying less area for the given power generation. Construction is difficult in the case of fire tube. Construction is simple in the case of water tube boilers. Similarly, the transportation is also simple in the case of water tube, whereas transportation is so much difficult in the case of fire tube boilers. Let us see a few standard examples. Here I have told vertical horizontal boilers. Here we are seeing the vertical, simple vertical boiler. This is the construction of simple vertical boiler. So this is called furnace, that is cylindrical shell. This outer is called cylinder. This is called cylindrical shell. This is called cross tubes. This is called cross tubes. CT, cross tubes. And this is manhole cover. That is to, after shutting down the boiler, if you want to do any maintenance work, to clean the work, through this only the worker will enter and do the all the things. This is water level gauge, water level indicator, that is very important. This is pressure gauge. Water level indicator is very essential. If the water level is low, we should not fire the boiler. So we have to ensure that water is there in the boiler. And this is a pressure gauge. This is safety valve. This is a steam stop valve. This is called a chimney. This is grate, G-R-A-T, grate. Over that only furnace will be there. This is called firebox. This is fire door. Through this only coal will be put up inside. So these are the some major components. This is a feed check valve. So all the things are necessary to run the boiler. Okay. So now we will see the Cochrane boiler, which is the fire tube boiler, very similar in structure as we have seen in the previous slide. It is a vertical fire tube boiler, Cochrane boiler. This is called cylindrical shell. Outer layer is called cylindrical shell. The water, these are things water. This is called water. Whereas inside the tube only we have the fire. The fire will go to the chimney. Fire will be flowing through the chimney. And this is entire thing is called cylindrical shell. This is a safety valve. This is safety valve, pressure gauge, manhole, water level indicator, fusible plug, fire fire brick lining. This is a smoke box, that is chimney smoke box, grate. So this is called major components of a Cochrane boiler. Now if you look at this some specification, the diameter of the boiler is 2.75 meters, height is 5.79 meters, working pressure is 6.5 bar, that is fire tube boiler. Capacity of the steam generation is 3500 kg per hour. Heating surface 120 square meter. Efficiency, it is coming around 75%. This is another type of boiler, but it is a horizontal Cornish fire tube boiler. In the previous case, we have seen vertical. Now this is horizontal. This is fusible plug. All the things accessories will be there. Components will be there, but it is kept in horizontal position. Now we will come to the water tube boiler. Babcock and Wilcox is the famous water tube high pressure boiler, high pressure water tube boiler. Here we have, this is called heat exchanger. This is bank of tubes. This is called bank of tubes. This is called baffled plates. Inside this water will be circulating. And here we have the steam separator drum, safety valve. From this steam will be supplied to the turbine. So this is called water tube boiler. Working pressure here is 40 bar, whereas in the previous case we have seen 16 bar. There we have seen 3600 kg per hour. Here we are seeing 40,000 kg per hour. There 75% efficiency. Here 80% efficiency. This is a comparison. between 5 to 1 to 1. This is another type of water tube boiler, Stirling boiler. Here we have the cross, that is the heat exchanger is in this angle, inclined angle, whereas in the previous case it is kept in horizontal. That is the difference between this tube, this Stirling and Babcock, and because these are the called water tubes. This is water tube. These are called water tubes. These are the water tubes. Through this water will be flowing. This is water baffle. Here water will be stored. Grate. This is everyone knows grate. Over the grate only we have. M is mud drum. This is mud drum. This is baffle valve. This is a steam pipe. This is a Stirling boiler. It is working up to the pressure of 60 bar, 50,000 kilogram per hour. So earlier it is 36,000, now it is 50,000. There for 50 bar, now it is 60 bar. So the thing is the development is in exponential growth. So we are going to have more than 100 bar water boilers are also. It is more lighter than more lighter or flexible than straight water boilers. But the disadvantage, it is clean, it is difficult to clean. So this is the drawback of this Stirling boiler compared to Babcock and Wilcox boiler. So with this we will close this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you.